So guys, today I want to introduce you to Dr. Jessica again, and I want to do a little interview with her and get you to sort of know her a little bit more. So Jess, welcome to the office.
Thank you.
You've been here a couple of months now, so we thought we'd introduce you a little bit more to the people and give them a chance to get to know you a little bit more.
Wonderful.
Tell us a bit more about what inspired you to become a chiropractor.
Well, I actually saw a chiropractor when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Because I had a few issues with my back. And it fixed it, and then I found out about all the other wonderful things that chiropractic can do. And then I went to university wanting to go into the medical field, and that did not resonate at all with me. And I went to the open day at the chiropractic college, fell in love. And
back in New Zealand?
Yeah, back in New Zealand. And then the chiropractor that I saw when I was a teenager became one of my mentors, and I'm still very much in contact with her.
Very cool. And I think it's interesting, isn't it, how often most of us have got into the profession is purely through having the experience ourselves. Like, you know, I had rugby injuries, and that's how I got first exposed to chiropractic care. And I think it becomes a natural progression then when you kind of just see the great results that people get.
Yeah.
Although we got ourselves, that you kind of naturally attracted to the profession.
You see miracles every day. It's
That's
fun.
it. And what made you choose Ireland?
Well, I wanted to get out of New Zealand after COVID and everything. We were quite isolated down there, so I wanted to travel and see the world.
Brilliant.
And Europe seemed like a good place to travel and do that, and Ireland was a very easy choice. And I'd never met an Irish person that wasn't the loveliest person ever, so I'm very happy I made the choice, and I'm loving Ireland so far.
Good. Because you had a year in Carrick-on-Shannon.
Yes, I did.
County Roscommon.
Yeah, Leitrim, Roscommon, kind of on the border there.
So you're up there for 12 months,
Yeah.
and obviously you've just been in Cork more recently. Are you enjoying Cork as well?
Loving Cork, yeah,
Good.
it's really good.
Glad to hear it. Any connections, Irish, like family connections to Ireland at all?
There's ancestry on both sides of my family, but no direct relatives here currently, no.
So tell me about, I know when I first came to Ireland, there's all these little sayings that people have, and I know initially you saying them because you're kind of partly mocking them and laughing at that sayings that because it would mean something very different maybe in say in Australian or in New Zealand, and all of a sudden it just becomes part of your normal vocabulary. Are there any ones in particular that you've, like, any expressions that you've kind of picked up along the way?
I don't know if I've picked them up because I feel like when I say it, it sounds really strange in my accent. But there's some words that like the language changes as well. Up in Carrick-on-Shannon, it's very different to what it is down here in Cork. So film is my favourite because that's, we would say film or movie in New Zealand, but I love that. It's really cool.
And it's incredible actually for such a small country geographically how much there is so many differences between all the counties, isn't it? Like,
huge.
I don't know if New Zealand's that way, but it's definitely in Australia. Like, it's just one country. Yeah. And you might be able to tell country people from city people. Yeah. But that will be about it. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't be able to say, okay, that's an accent from such and such a state. Yeah. Whereas here, I mean, even in Cork, you can have 6 different accents alone within the one county.
Oh yeah, definitely. You drive 5 minutes up the road and someone sounds different.
And any sort of funny stories or cultural misunderstandings that you've experienced since you've got to Ireland so far?
More that most people can't pick up what my name is when I try and introduce myself. Like, normally I would go by Jess.
Yes.
My family are really the only ones that call me Jessica, but if I introduce myself as Jess here, people just look at me really strangely. But even now, if I say Jessica, I still get strange looks, so I think I'm going to have to start putting on some kind of accent or something.
We might get your name badge. Because it was funny, I overheard a conversation you had with a gentleman yesterday who I think is English, and I would have thought he would have picked up your accent quite easily, and it was so funny me adjusting somebody on one end of the bench, on one end of the room, and I could hear you having this conversation with him. I just felt like yelling at him, just writing the name down.
I had to write it down.
That's it. Which was funny. Any major lifestyle changes you've had to make since coming to Ireland?
I think the big thing, I moved over here by myself, so I don't have family and friends over here to hang out with, which is what I would usually do. Yes. So being able to create a few more hobbies. So I've been reading a lot more. I just finished a puzzle, and I'm trying to learn to crochet, which I'm really terrible at. So if anyone wants to teach me how to crochet, that would be great.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there who know how to crochet well. And what's your stress relief technique? Say, we have busy days in here, obviously, and do you have any sort of tools that you kind of tend to go to from a stress relief point of view after work?
Definitely. So I love a good walk outside in nature when it's not raining and it's not dark.
You might have to get over the when it's not raining.
Yeah.
I don't think you have much choice on that one, unfortunately.
But I love breath work, meditation, that kind of stuff, and the Irish is very rubbing off on me. I love a good cup of tea,
nice,
so that's always good.
That's brilliant, mate. Jess, thanks so much for your time. And guys, I hope you've got a bit of better insight into what Dr. Jessica is all about. And make sure you say hi to her and have a chat to her. And anyone got any crocheting tips, she'll be more than happy to listen to you.
Absolutely.
Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.